Hello. We had some holidays and exams. My excuse to bringing you another cumulative recap. So the last few weeks we have looked at Albert Speer's memoirs, Wernher von Braun's novel about colonizing Mars, and the computer game Castle Wolfenstein. So what connects all of these materials is that they look at the connection of the advancement of technology, fascist ideology, and forced labor. So Albert Speer, Hitler's favorite architect and arguably the only friend he ever had, designed buildings that surpassed anything that humans have ever dreamed of. Giant cupolas, triumphal arches, death castles, vast boulevards, and gigantic plazas that were to dwarf our classical architectural heritage, Rome, Greek, the Egyptians, and Sumerians, and so on. While most of these were never built, with a few exceptions, the technologies necessary to build on such a scale were developed, and they were actually used to build the world we inhabit today. Wernher von Braun, on the other hand, dreamed about colonizing Mars ever since he was a little child, and on the way to lead NASA's first mission to the moon, he became Hitler's most prolific rocket scientist, developing the so-called Vergeltungswaffen, vengeance weapons. That was the first intercontinental missile that was used to terrorize Europe during World War II. Then the computer game Castle Wolfenstein imagines what could or would have happened if Hitler had won the war, and thus gives, if Hitler had been given the time to develop all the technologies that were in the works, while also adding a good portion of sci-fi elements, of course. The proximity of human ambition and oppression not only shed a light on the past, but also on today's world, of course. As we discussed, most technological progress was and is being realized by going beyond limits, which includes crossing the limits of morality. What does that say about us humans? And will AI help us to fix it all? You tell me.